I welcome all of you on platform of YourPedia Education, and you are watching regular updates related to admissions abroad and in a smart way in global universities, how you can go. So this particular video is the sequel of earlier video this week which we have put, and that was related to how to get financial support in those universities. So these two videos which I am publishing, which I am sharing with you, these are on the basis of one of the letters mail sent by a professor to a prospective student who wanted to go to Purdue University and work under this professor. So he has told very clearly that getting financial support you should get, and the way to get financial support is this: you should apply, and this is what should be there in your cover letter, or this is what we are looking forward to. Now, one of the ways to get scholarship in foreign universities is research assistantship. Professor has a project and he can give you money from that project. Professor will give you project only if he is satisfied that you are the right candidate for that project. So what is the meaning of right candidate? Is this GRE score or CGPA or research paper? Answer is none of these. Professor will not get impressed by this. University may get impressed by these credentials and you may get TA. But to impress professor, you need to show something else. You need to tell something else to impress the professor. And that something else is also mentioned in the letter by the professor himself. What he says is this, what professor wants. We receive many inquiries from the prospective PhD students. That is what professor is writing in the mail. But unfortunately, majority of applicants keep making one or the same mistake. They emphasize their interest in our project, their experience, their credential, their achievements and awards. That means the student is always writing what he has done, and that is, you ask yourself, you also do the same way. That means when you apply to some university or you mail a professor, you always mention what you have done, where you are strong, this is your project, this is what you have learned and everything. Professor may not be looking for that. So what professor wants? To get an admission recommendation from professors. He is saying that if you want to get into some university, as I told you earlier also, there are two ways to get into some university: apply to university, impress them with your credentials in GRE, etc. Another way is that you impress the professor through your research work. So if you want to impress professor through your research work, then you must demonstrate how you can contribute to the ongoing research. Professor must be working in some project and you have to tell how you can contribute into that, how your knowledge and skill are going to be helpful to advance the current project. So that means if I am a professor, I am interested in that candidate who will tell me that this is the project you are doing, and if I join under your guidance in your research group, this is how I am going to help you in this particular project. So I want to see that what is there in you which will help me to do my project properly. So professor is looking for such qualities as motivation, creativity, scientific and general erudition, erudite, I mean you should be capable fellow, ability to think out of the box, eagerness to work in close-knit team environment, passion for figuring out the ways things happen in nature, and turn the acquired knowledge to good use of humanity. So you understand this. If your cover letter or if your mail has this, then the probability of selection is very high. So this week only, my first video was related to getting financial support, which is very, very important. And for getting financial support from professor, you need to impress professor, and to impress professor, these are the things which were very clearly told by professor. This is what is required. So don't tell about you, tell how your knowledge will be helpful to basically proceed, take this project forward and to complete this particular project. So if you are targeting for really good admission abroad and get the research assistantship from the professor, make sure your cover letter, your letter to professor has these things, and don't hesitate mailing professors. There are hundreds of universities and thousands of professors world over. You have to drop mail, which is not costing you, but mail should be framed very nicely. Then keep mailing. Out of 100 or 200 mails, maybe 1 or 2 professors will start replying you back, and that gives you lead and that gives you admission. All the best.